Hi, welcome to another video. In this video I will be listing my top 10 binge watching TV series that I've watched over the past 6-7 years. At number 10 I have Travellers from Netflix. I started watching this a while ago. Obviously it's about time travelling, usual plot really, people travelling back from time or back from the future to change the past to rectify the future. At number 9 is Luther. I didn't watch when it was on the BBC. I only started watching it when all the series became available on Netflix. At number 8, again, it's something quite recent. It's with Keith Sutherland and it is called Designated Survivor. To me, Designated Survivor was Keith Sutherland's way of keeping the 24 type franchise alive. Instead of Jack Bauer protecting the president, this seems like it's just Keith Sutherland being the president rather than trying to protect the president. In my opinion, it's very similar to the 24 series. At number 7 will be Westworld. Westworld from Sky Atlantic. I have to admit, near the end of the series, I did have to ask the wife what was going on. I sort of lost my way in the storyline. I lost my way about what was real, what wasn't real, who wasn't real. Yeah, it got a bit complicated for me near the end, but eventually I sort of got it. At number 6 is Heroes. Heroes was one of the first series that I actually stopped doing anything to watch. So if I was doing anything, if I was out anywhere, I had to get home to make sure I watched Heroes. It was on the BBC, so there was no sort of catch up, there was no way of watching it again. I think it was out before the days of BBC iPlayer. The Heroes to me was one of the first shows that really got me going in terms of watching box sets. At number 5, something quite recent, is Stranger Things. When someone told me about Stranger Things and told me the basic outline of the show, wasn't quite sure really. You know, set in the 80s, about a bunch of kids. But I'm really glad I actually watched it. It's one of the best things I've seen for quite a while. Very original, something completely different. And it's also set in the 80s when, without giving my age away, the 80s is when I was growing up. At number 4, I have Homeland. It was one of those shows that I just could not wait for the next episode. It was on Channel 4, I believe, but I actually watched the first couple of episodes on Netflix. And then when the new series come out, they come out on Channel 4. Very clever, very well written. It's one of those shows that when each episode ends, it's like, oh, is that it? What's going to happen next? You just couldn't wait till the next week. At number 3, I've got 24. I remember 24 being probably the first time I binge watched anything on Netflix. I watched every single series, every single episode, back to back, nearly every night, 2 or 3 episodes. I loved the character Jack Bauer. I think it was my first man crush. Yeah, Jack Bauer was brilliant. Every episode was like a film. Every episode left on a cliffhanger. Every episode was, you thought he was going to save the world, but something always happened. So when you thought it was the end of the series, something else happened. So it kept going and going, and every episode was like, oh my god, how's he going to get out of this? So when I tell you what number 2 is, you'll probably guess what number 1 is. Number 2 is Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, again, another one of those series where someone said to you, oh, you've got to watch this show. It's about a middle-aged man, he's a teacher, got terminal illness, and it's about selling drugs, and you think, oh, do I really want to watch that? You have to give it a bit of time, I think. Watching the first 4 or 5 episodes, you do feel like, well, what is the big thing about Breaking Bad? But after you get through that first 4 or 5 episodes, and then series 2, series 3, it's one of those shows that you think, this changed the way people watched TV shows. People regarded it as one of the breakthrough moments of TV producing, and then everything else after Breaking Bad had to reach that benchmark and go above that benchmark. If it's not as good, then no point. So number 1, you may have guessed after hearing the other 9, number 1, Game of Thrones. Probably a lot of people's number 1 choice. I didn't watch Game of Thrones when it first came out. I wasn't subscribed to Sky. I thought, well, I think everyone was talking about it. It's on the news all the time. It's all over the internet. So I thought, well, I'm just going to subscribe to Sky for a few months to watch as much as I can. And oh my god, it's money well spent. Probably the best TV show ever produced after Breaking Bad, I think. I did start reading the book once on holiday, but then I got halfway through and I thought, oh, what's the point? I might as well just watch the TV show. No point me talking about Game of Thrones too much because I think everybody has seen Game of Thrones at some stage. So that's my top 10. That's my top 10 binge watching things I've watched over the last 4 or 5 years. If there's anything else that you think I should be watching, leave a comment below, down there somewhere. I'm always looking for something new to watch on Netflix or Amazon, and I'm always looking for something new to watch. So if you have anything that you think I should be seeing, leave a comment below and I'll check it out.